What's going on, everyone? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports. I've got another brand new unboxing video for you today. This is the Nike Hypervenom Phantom 3 Elite in the dynamic fit version with an AG stud pattern on it. So this is part of the Nike World Cup Just Do It pack collection. We're going to unbox it, we're going to get it on feet, we're going to review it, and we're going to show you what these bad boys are all about. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Evangelista Sports for hooking me up with these boots right here. If you are interested in picking up a pair of Hypervenom Phantoms for yourself or any other footballing gear, be sure to click that first link down below in the description. This is an affiliate program, so if you do use that link, I do get a small percentage. Anything goes to the channel itself to help benefit and grow it, so thank you guys very, very much for that, and let's get right into the video. So in front of me, like I said before, I have the Phantom 3 Elite. We're going to unbox it, review it, we're going to show you what's inside the box. So let's get inside, get the boots out. So just like all other Nike top-of-the-line models, you do get a string bag right here. This one is, of course, a white base with Nike Football written all over it in this silver lettering. It says it in a bunch of different languages, so you have Nike Football, Nike Calcio, Nike Soccer, and of course you do have the strings in the accent colorway of the Hypervenom Phantom 3. Let's get that out of the way. So the Hypervenom Phantom 3 is nothing new. We have seen this boot before. In fact, this one is probably due for an update sometime in 2018. This one's been out for a while and it is a very, very popular boot. The Nike Hypervenom Phantom 3 is a very, very good upgrade from the Phantom 2. I have done several review videos of the Hypervenom Phantom 3 in both the low cut and dynamic fit versions, but this is a special release. Of course, this is for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. This boot will be worn by all of Nike's contracted players. I suspect that this is going to debut at the UEFA Champions League final on May 26th. The colorway, of course, is a white base. Nike have done this before. They use one solid color as the base for the entire pack, in this case white, and then they choose a different accent colorway for each silo. So on the Hypervenom Phantom 3, you do get the gray swoosh, but then the accent color is this sort of neon green. It does look really, really good overall. You have it around the swoosh there. You have it around the medial swoosh in here. You do have it on the fly wire cables in here, integrated into the lacing system. And of course, the sole plate is that color as well. Of course, you do have a Hypervenom graphic on the back in that sort of dark gray color. And that is pretty much it for the colorway itself. In terms of tech specs, the Hypervenom Phantom 3 introduced an entirely Flyknit upper. We do have a very reinforced Flyknit upper. The dynamic fit collar is made out of Flyknit. The entire upper is made out of Flyknit, but of course it's coated with different materials. The Hypervenom Phantom 3 does have these sort of pads built into the upper itself to give you a little bit more texture on the ball. They are fairly significant over here in the sort of striking area, and they're very, very small and sort of a lot thinner and less sort of aggressive on the outside of the boot over here and in the forefoot area. But they do provide you with a little bit of extra sort of texture on the ball. I'm not going to say they give you any grip because they don't, but they do just give you a little bit of texture on the ball itself. So it is a little bit more of a dampening feel in compared to something like the Mercurial line. Of course, the coating on top is a synthetic layer just to protect the Flyknit itself, and then of course you do have ACC, all conditions control, built into that sort of coating as well. The Flyknit is exposed on the tongue area and as well as the dynamic fit collar. Of course, this is giving you that sort of elasticated stretchiness that you need just to be able to get your foot in the boot itself. And that is pretty much it for tech specs. There is an internal heel counter back here. So this time around we do have the AG model right here, so artificial ground. They do feature entirely conical studs, but on the Hypervenom line, they're really not that different between the firm ground and the AG ground. Of course, it's nice to give you that sort of choice should you wish to choose between the two, but the firm ground model does feature entirely conical studs as well as the AG one right here, so it's not very different. You do have 4 in the back, entirely conical. You do have 4 along the outside of the boot, 4 along the medial side, and a couple of little pivot studs in here on the firm ground model. You'll just get 1. The studs are not necessarily as long as on the firm ground model, but they're really not that different. So in this sort of boot or in this silo, I'm not sure if they need to make 2 different models, to be honest. If they just sort of combine one into a sort of hybrid model and sell it as both, I think it'll be just fine because they're really not that different. But nonetheless, it is nice, I suppose, at the moment that Nike does give you the option. That's pretty much it for my review of this World Cup Nike Just Do It pack collection of the Hypervenom Phantom 3. If you are interested in seeing a little bit more detail about this boot, be sure to click that little icon in the right hand corner. I will link a couple of videos on the Hypervenom Phantom 3 that I have done in the past to that little icon in the corner, so be sure to check those out. And right now we're going to slip into the on-feet portion of the video so we can talk about sizing and fit and feel, so stay tuned. Slipping the Hypervenom Phantom 3 on feet is nothing new for me. I have tried this boot on before. They are quite comfortable from right out of the box, and I was a big fan of the Hypervenom Phantom 3 when they first came out. I thought it was a very, very good upgrade from the Hypervenom Phantom 2. They do offer you a much more comfortable fit in my opinion, and they do offer you a very, very good performing boot at the same time. So the Hypervenom Phantom 3 really does sort of merge the two worlds of comfort and responsiveness into a very, very solid option right here. In terms of fit and feel, the Hypervenom Phantom 3 sort of fits in between the Mercurial and the Magista. The Magista does offer you a little bit more of a padded comfort boot in a relatively wide last, and the Mercurial is very thin, one-to-one, more of a narrow boot. So the Hypervenom Phantom 3 really falls in the middle. If you're looking for something that's responsive, very snug on your foot, but still offers you a decent amount of comfort, this is probably the boot for you. It's comfortable, it's responsive, and it just falls in the middle of the Mercurial and the Magista line in my opinion. So I would say go true to size if you're looking to pick up a pair for yourself, whether it's in the dynamic fit version or the low cut version. Go true to size. They are comfortable, they are a well-rounded boot, and they do fit quite well. They'll fit a variety of different foot types, both wide, both narrow, and they will soften up to give you a very comfortable experience overall. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. This was Mike McIntyre from All Things Sports. Stay tuned to this World Cup. I'm super, super excited. I can't wait to see what happens in June. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned to the channel. There's a lot of great content coming. I hope you have a great day. And until then, until my next video, I'm signing off for now. Take care.